Hello, I'm Francis.
And I'm Trisha.
We're from the Norcross branch at Gwinnett County Public Library.
Welcome to Anime and Manga that influenced American media.
We're both anime, manga, and animation fans. We're always discussing the similarities and themes in these media. Trisha, what would you say is your favorite show in that category?
I think my favorites would be Revolutionary Girl Utena and Hunter x Hunter. How about you, Francis?
My favorites are Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and Sailor Moon. I feel like we've seen our favorites influence American animation, don't you think? In shows like Steven Universe?
Yeah, or like Avatar The Last Airbender?
So let's explore other animated shows that have been influenced by anime and manga. In the last few years, anime-inspired media has become more popular in the US. We'll be looking at storytelling themes, visual styles, and genres that tend to cross over between anime and American animation. And while this influence can be seen in previous eras, we'll be focusing on the 90s to the present. First things first, if you aren't familiar with anime and manga, let's find out what that is. Anime is animation made in Japan. There are a lot of different genres of anime aimed at different age groups. Some of them have crossover here in the US through subtitles or dubbing. And manga is a Japanese comic book. A lot of anime tends to be inspired or based on manga. And sure, animation is animation, right? However, American animation and anime do have differences, such as art style, themes, and even camera angles. In recent years, though, animation and anime have started to become more similar, to the point that there are arguments online about whether an American show is actually an anime. These arguments tend to focus on shared themes and genres, such as shonen, shoujo, slice of life, magical girl, and more. In the 90s, we had shows like Samurai Jack and the Powerpuff Girls. Samurai Jack is an animated show about Jack, a Japanese samurai prince who wields a mystic katana that can cut anything. Jack sets out to free his kingdom after he's taken over by an evil shape-shifting demon known as a Ku. Samurai Jack has heavy Japanese influences, which you can see in their backgrounds, their character styles, and even the fighting scenes.
The Powerpuff Girls is a superhero series about Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, three kindergartners with superpowers who live with their father/creator, Professor Utonium. The girls often use their powers to fight bad guys in the city of Townsville. The anime influence can be seen in the fight scenes through the use of freeze frames and the character design of the Powerpuff Girls themselves.
You can see more shows with anime influence popping up in the 2000s. For example, two well-known shows from this time will be Avatar The Last Airbender and Teen Titans. Avatar The Last Airbender follows Aang, who is the current Avatar and the only survivor of his nation, and his friends Katara, Sokka, and Toph, as they learn more about their powers and fight back against the Fire Nation. The series also follows Zuko, who is the exiled prince from the Fire Nation, seeking to restore his honor. The anime influence in this show can be seen with the art style and the character designs. There were also Avatar shirts that used to be chibi style, which is a simplified caricature with exaggerated features, such as the face or the eye size.
Teen Titans is about the superhero team made up of Robin, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy. They deal with threats to the city and other criminal activity, while also dealing with their relationships, friendships, and other struggles. Some of the anime influences that can be seen in the show is through the character design, with how the eyes and the hair are stylized, and through facial expressions. The show also has two versions of its theme song, one in English and one in Japanese. When it comes to the 2010s, there are a lot of shows that have anime and manga influence. These shows include Steven Universe, She-Ra and the Princess of Power, Ruby, The Legend of Korra, Bee and Puppycat, and Miraculous. Although these shows all have anime and manga influences, they tend to differ on where they draw their inspiration from. So let's look at the anime and manga that these shows are inspired by. A popular genre that is referenced a lot is the magical girl genre. So what is the magical girl genre? It tends to feature an ordinary girl who's able to transform into a magical warrior to fight evil. Some notable magical girl shows include Sailor Moon, Revolutionary Girl Utena, or Card Capture Sakura. You can see the influence of magical girl genre in Steven Universe, She-Ra, Bee and Puppycat, and Miraculous, through the use of transformations, direct references to the shows themselves, and the aesthetics. For Bee and Puppycat and Miraculous, they follow the general premise of the genre.
Mecha is another genre of anime that is a popular source of inspiration and is commonly known as robot anime. The genre includes two categories, but the more familiar one is the super robot, which features giant robots that are piloted. Some well-known titles are Neon Genesis Evangelion, and even shows like Power Rangers, which is an adaptation of the Japanese series Super Sentai. You can see the influence of mecha anime in shows like Steven Universe and RWBY through the fights that they have in giant mecha robots. Battle shonen is a genre that tends to focus heavily on battles. A few familiar titles include Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, My Hero Academia, and One Piece. Some common themes you will see are things like the power system, like chi, or chakra, quirks, or devil fruits, respectively, and the tournament arc, kind of like the Chunin exam in Naruto, or the sports festival arc in My Hero Academia. In RWBY, there is a power system known as Semblance, which appears as powers unique to each character. There's also the Vital Festival, which is essentially the tournament arc in RWBY.
Another common anime influence are the Studio Ghibli films. These references tend to be more atmospheric and tend to focus on the feminine themes and the environment. For example, the spirit world and its creatures portrayed in Legend of Korra, or Cat Head Planet in Bee and Puppycat, which references Spirited Away.
Thank you for watching our program. If you would like to learn more about this topic, check out our digital resources like Galileo, which has books like Manga and Anime Go Hollywood and Manga in America. And if you would like to read or watch some of the shows we talked about, check out our catalog.
Join us again next month on July 4th for Weird Tales at Norcross, Spotlight on Stephen King.
Until next time, bye!
Bye!